thinking of some critical questions. Jack, you went to school here. I'm curious to know, as someone who is aspiring to, work in the film industry, what the moment was in your life that inspired you to want to tell this kind of a story?
Well, I never expected to make this movie. It kind of came up through different channels, and right when I was about to graduate, I was asked to make this film. So we were going to go across the country just as friends, my crew, but instead we now have this amazing project to do instead. But in general, I think as a filmmaker, you're always interested in people, and that's what's always drawn me to filmmaking and to directing. So I think documentaries are the truest form of storytelling because it's real. So I think I was kind of, I've always thought that this is always what I wanted to do, make movies. So yeah.
Tell us a little bit about how you found the individuals whose stories you told, and what was the process of gaining their trust and getting them to open up to tell these stories?
Well, I think it was really helpful that we were young. I think a lot of people enter into these shelters and kind of are there to make a film about the homeless and don't really care. I think that, because we were just out of school and because we didn't know what we were doing with our lives, it kind of put us on edge enough to go into these places and be completely open. I think that was what was really important, and actually spending the time and caring. I mean, the first story we had was Wendell, who we met in Santa Monica, and he said, I spent some time with him, and he said, if you really want to know what's going on, you should come with me to Skid Row. And as soon as I said, let's do it, he knew that he could trust us, that we were down, that we were willing to go into a situation that was scary, to tell a story that was important, and out of all the places we traveled, that was probably the most intense.
If you go on the Storied Streets thing, if you were a teacher and wanted to get a copy or do anything like that, I mean, there's certainly ways for that to happen, to spread the word. Anybody in this room that has access to anything they think would be helpful, we're really not looking for profit, we're looking just to get the word out, obviously. So, we're open to everything, and it has mostly been alternative. I tried to talk to CNN about it, and we haven't gotten any catches, but the Sundance thing I think is going to help quite a bit. And where else, Jack?
It's also on Vimeo, so if you can download it on Vimeo, I think it's like $5, and the money obviously goes to the right places. But yeah, it's also on Vimeo, so you can download a copy and then share it as you will.
In the film, what was the hardest scene to produce and or direct?
That's a great question.
He was asking, what was the hardest scene to produce or direct?
Skid Row was scary because we had cameras and it was dark and it was just scary. We were not. There's a certain hierarchy there, and we were not part of that hierarchy. And there was definitely a moment where I thought we were going to get mugged. I'm 6'4", my friend's 6'5", so that helped. I think for me also one of the most exhilarating but also challenging moments was spending time with a group of heroin addicts in Denver. I mean, they were such great people, but we're heroin addicts, and that was in our face, and that was really hard. But also, gave me a whole new perspective on life and addiction and the whole thing. For me, the most incredible interview was the kind of bigger man with the green shirt. That was for me the most connected I felt to someone.
He's so articulate and lyrical the way he tells his story. It's so beautiful.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that was the hardest. Skid Row was the hardest, and it was also the first thing we did. So that was definitely the most like shocking, jarring thing.